My name is Jeremy Colwick. I worked on a project called Scout, and that stands for Searchable Comprehensive Online Web-Toolkit, which is a generic name for a database access. But what's special about it is it's an access tool for federal investigators into the Department of Defense Manpower Database Center's HR database. The problem is that right now, if there's a criminal investigation or a security investigation into somebody that has a record with the Department of Defense, a positive record, a personnel record, then to get access to that for a federal investigation or a criminal investigation, they have to submit a request to an analyst, and that takes days, hours, potentially weeks, and it's not a good way to do something, especially when you can. There are ways now to do it in a secure method that is acceptable to the government as well as protecting privacy. So the problem is we need to give them this instant access, and FLIAS, stands for Federal Law Enforcement Agents. So this is only for FBI agents, OSI agents, the three-layer agencies, and there's kind of this requirement that you have to comply. There's a very hard requirement that you have to comply with all the privacy concerns. I'm sure anybody in here that has a record in there doesn't want an FBI agent just randomly searching for your data. So we need to keep track of who's searching, what they're doing, why. If there's if a judge gave authorization, that has to be kept track of. So the solution is for the instant access. Of course, it has to be a web portal. Federal agents are going to have to be able to sign in from wherever their computer is at if they're overseas. And so we set up this web page based out of DMDC, and using the Common Access Card system, it's called the public key infrastructure, but basically we can narrow it down to one individual with absolute certainty that that is that person, they're making that request, and they're required to keep track of their justification for having access to the data. So yeah, they send the request, then we keep track of an audit log, and if there's ever any problem in the future, we can say what IP address, what user. And it's as secure as we're going to get. It's probably more secure than credit card transactions, which is about pretty cool. So the methodology that I used for the actual programming of the project was 1 week agile cycles, which just means that we would identify something that we wanted to add to the project. And then within a week, we would create a UI, kind of test it a little bit, make sure that was what the client wanted. And then if they said yes, go ahead, like on Tuesday or Wednesday, then by Friday we would add, hopefully, all of the functionality. We wouldn't always beat it, but by Friday we would add all the functionality behind it, and then Monday morning we would demo and make sure that we were on track. So just in case if we needed to pivot, we wouldn't waste months of work. And the tools that I used all the back-end programming was done in Java using Eclipse and deploying to Oracle WebLogic servers. And my front end was done in HTML, CSS, the standard web app tech. And it was interesting having work within the government where the requirement is that you use Internet Explorer 9 for everything, sometimes 8, sometimes 7. So depending on where they're at, you have to do compliance to technology that's not used anywhere else anymore. So it's interesting. There's So what I learned is that software engineers can't just be back-end developers. This one kind of hit me in the face because I actually was the only developer. I had several business analysts that worked with me to make sure I stayed on track, but trying to do front-end development, not having experience with it, it took me a while to, I'm still not very good at it, but making things look pretty. So the obligatory time and project management, this is outstanding. I love the capstone process for this. It's something that in every other college you don't get this experience to interact with the clients like this. But the last point, always make sure you check the CC block before you hit reply all. And if you would like that story, I'll be 160. Since I'm done kind of quickly, I wanted to say thank you very, very much to